In some remote areas of Kalimantan, Indonesia, there's a story that never truly goes away. This story isn't just a fairy tale to scare children. Adults talk about it seriously, even those who claim not to believe in the supernatural. The story is about something that flies at night, not a shadow, not just a sound, but something that can be clearly seen. This creature is known as the Kuyang. According to local belief, the Kuyang is a woman's head detached from her body, with her internal organs still hanging beneath. It's believed to be the result of black magic practice to gain strength, maintain beauty, or prolong life. It says that during the day, she looks like an ordinary woman. She can walk among people without arousing suspicion. No one knows what she really is. But when night falls, her body is left hidden. Her head flies out in search of prey. What she seeks is blood, especially the bloods of pregnant women. That's why, in the past, heavily pregnant women were never left alone at night. The windows were tightly closed. The lights were left on. Some families even keep sharp objects near the bed, as it was believed this creature were afraid of certain objects. Some people consider this story to be just an old myth that arose due to a lack of medical understanding in the past. However, there are several incidents that make it difficult for people to simply dismiss them. One such incident occurred in a simple wooden house on the outskirts of a village. A woman 8 months pregnant was resting with her husband. It was a calm night. There was no rain. There was no strong wind. Around 11 o'clock at night, the dogs outside the house began barking. First one, then two, then almost all the dogs in the street started barking at the same time. The woman said softly, "Why does the dogs keep going?" That's her husband replied, "Maybe an animal passed by." But the barking didn't stop. It sounded like fear, not just a stranger. A few minutes later, a very strong fishy odor was detected. It smelled like fresh blood. The woman spoke again, her voice beginning to change. "Do you smell that?" Her husband was silent for a moment. "Yes, it's very strong." The light in the living room suddenly dimmed for a few seconds. They didn't go out completely, they just dimmed, then returned to normal. Suddenly, the woman held her stomach. This is heart contraction, her husband asked quickly. No, it's feel like pressure from inside. Her husband stood up. His heart began to beat faster. Then a buzzing sound came from the roof of the house. It was soft, like something spinning in the air. Her husband walked slowly to the windows and opened the curtains slightly. At first, nothing was visible. Then something flashed quickly in front of the windows. Reflexively, he stepped back. "There's something," he said softly. "What is this?" The voice from inside the room began to tremble. He opened the curtain again, this time for longer, and saw it, a head floating in the air, long flowing hair, a pale face, and beneath it, something dangling. She immediately closed the curtains and stepped back. "It's not a bird." The buzzing sound became clearer for a few seconds, then gradually faded away. The dog stopped barking. The night was quiet again. The next morning, the woman experienced like bleeding and had to be taken to the clinic. Medically explained it as exhaustion and stress, but family believed that night was no coincidence. Similar incident had occurred more than once. During one period, several pregnant women experienced problems at approximately the same time. This prompted the village to agree to keep watch at night, not to prove the legend, but to ensure safety. 5 adult men gathered on the porch around 1 in the morning. The lights were off. Only a small oil lamp was lit. They sat silently, waiting, one side quietly. "If there really is one, we'll see tonight," another replied. "If it's just a bird, we'll laugh at ourselves tomorrow." Several minutes passed without anything happening. Then the dogs barked again. All at once, a soft humming could be heard from the trees. Everyone looked up. At first, it was just a dark shadow. Then something floated low, not too high above the roof of the house. "That's not a bird," one of them whispered. The creature circled slowly in the air. As it approached the leg of the oil lamp, its shape became clearer. A head with long, flowing hair, and something dangling beneath. One of the men nearly dropped the machete he was holding. "Calm down," another whispered. Suddenly, the creature moved swiftly toward the house where the pregnant woman was cast. Two men ran, one lit a torch he had prepared. As the fire burned brightly, the creature rose higher as if avoiding the light. Its movements were not bird-like. It didn't flap its wings, more like it was hovering and spinning in the air. "Up, it's up," one shouted. The creature zigzagged, then darted toward the trees and disappeared in the darkness. Everyone stopped. Their breathing became heavy. Silence fell again. One of them sighed quietly, while she, "That's another," replied in a low voice. "I don't want to see anymore." They found no trace. There was no physical evidence to photograph or record. But from that night on, the disturbance stopped for a while. Some residents believe the creature was afraid because of the resistance. Others began to think of something more sinister. If it was a normal human being during the day, then perhaps it lived among them. To this day, there is no scientific evidence that truly confirms the existence of the Kuyang. There are no variable recordings. There are photographs that can be authenticated. Some believe these are all legend born of fear and a lack of medical understanding in the past. Miscarriages, bleeding, and pregnancy complications can now be explained by science. But there's one thing that keeps the stories going: testimonials. People who swear they saw something in the night sky, something motionless like a bird, something they can't explain, what it just a shadow in the dark. A misperceptions, or is there more to the story? The answer may never be completely clear, but in some villages, when the night feels too quiet and dogs start barking for no apparent reason, people still choose to close their windows tighter and make sure no pregnant woman is alone, because for them it's better to be safe than sorry.